really excited about these video blogs, and we're going to try to make them a little bit more realistic and a little bit more fun, because we're tired of these dry video blogs that we see on the internet.
Gotta have fun here.
So anyway, I went on to about.com and did some research on dating, and I thought, let's just have an open, candid discussion about some of the topics that are on there. So the first thing that came up was somebody was saying that all the good ones are taken. So I guess let's just start with you, and let's just talk about it. So are all the good ones taken?
How can they possibly be taken? How can all the good ones be taken? Most people don't even know what they're looking for. So that's like saying there's nobody out there, right?
Well, clearly there's somebody out there because we have 20,000 active clients in our database.
Okay, so I just don't think people know what they're looking for.
You know what I think it is? I think people, the grass is always greener on the other side. So when I hear people say all the good ones are taken, what does that mean?
That they're maybe looking at somebody else's person, somebody else's boyfriend or girlfriend, and they're saying, I want that, and they're all taken.
So I look at your relationship with your husband,
right,
Mr. Jerry,
Dr.
Jerry, and your relationship is so amazing, and so he's one of the good ones, and he's taken.
And people always say to me, does he have a brother? Well, yeah, he does. He's a priest, though.
But get this. This is the exciting thing that I think people forget about. He was actually available at one point. So yes, the good one is taken, but he was out there and available until you found him.
That's right.
Through a matchmaking company, by the way.
Yeah, I did, 19 years ago.
So I think it's a myth. I'm going to say it's a myth. All the good ones are not taken.
I agree. Either that or it's an excuse for people to say there's something wrong with what's going on. It's not me. It's just easier to blame it on there's nobody around. Everybody's taken.
Right.
Right? It's just a way to get out of it.
You know, and I think that the reality of the situation, all joking aside, you don't know really what type of relationship the person is really looking for that you're meeting on your own. So if you meet somebody at a restaurant or a bar and they're telling you that they're looking for a long-term commitment-minded relationship, that doesn't really mean that they are. They can actually be dating 2 or 3 other people at the same time and misleading you for the purpose of pursuing some sort of relationship with you because they're attracted to you. They can actually be married and have kids at home and tell you that they're single. They can actually be tell you that they're a doctor or an attorney, and they can actually be a doctor's assistant or a paralegal.
Or 20 years older than they really are.
Right, exactly. That's where the internet will get you. So yeah, definitely. You know, I guess the key pointers, if we're going to have a good result, a direct result out of this type of video blog to give you any type of pointers, would be to really try to find out what type of relationship the person that you're meeting is really looking for, without making it sound like an interview process as you extract this information from them. So what type of advice do you think you can come up with to give people pointers to not make it sound like an interview on a date or even at a bar or a restaurant when they meet someone face to face?
Oh, that's a good question. I think it's really hard for people to not get in the mode of asking stupid questions, and I think there has to be a period of time where you're just sitting and enjoying the person and seeing if there's chemistry and just getting into it.
Like what we're doing right now.
Yeah, just
so
get into a natural
this is great.
conversation.
You can tell that we have great chemistry and you know we really work well together. And I think that's exactly right. You want to look for that same type of chemistry with someone when you're on a date with them.
Well, don't you think you just kind of flow into the natural questions if you just relax and not sit there and think this is not.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. And you know what? Something that I think people forget is your gut instinct is always right. So don't second guess yourself. If you really believe there's something wrong or something doesn't sound right or maybe his or her story isn't consistent, then go with your gut instinct and, make that decision after you go home and sleep on it.
I think the answers to your questions flow naturally when you sit there and you don't have a checklist. You're not an attorney having somebody on the stand asking these questions. I just think the natural flow of everything works better, don't you?
I agree.